Hello, all my fellow Canadians. You are going to be super excited today. In today's video, we're going to talk all about the Canadian Creators Initiative, an idea being brought forth by myself, and it is going to transform our media and tens of thousands of jobs. If you want to get paid to talk about your opinion, to get your message across, to have your freedom of speech, to talk about your new news items, to highlight your community, to highlight your talents, taught how to get your message and empowered and have all the equipment and everything and resources to get your messages out on the internet and show you how you can get paid so you can create your own job, your own sources of income. If that is of interest to you, if you are in a tiny community, you're in a large community, you're in a city, you're out in remote, you're up north, you're in a tiny, uh, you know, band somewhere. If you're underserved, you're overserved and you're overlooked and in a crowded environment, in a crowded work situation. If you want to change, if you have a message to get out there, first of all, we want to decentralize our traditional media. We want to empower and equip up all Canadians for to talk about whatever thoughts they have, their thoughts, opinions, um, good, bad, indifferent. You're welcome to create your own channels and your own methods to get that message out there. But we at CHP, Christian Heritage Party, believe and want to empower you. So pay attention and to the rest of the video and we'll go from there. And you can't wait to have you, and it's going to be awesome. Getting paid to talk about your opinions excite you? Are you part of an underserved community that might not have their voice out there all the time? Are you under-equipped? Did you want to get your message out there and you just didn't know how, or maybe you didn't have the equipment or the infrastructure to do that? And traditional media is just not somehow doing it for you and getting your message out there via the traditional means, and you know that there are better ways of getting your message out there. It's just you're ill-equipped. Well, if that's you, continue to listen, right? Or if you feel that you're underserved, you want to you feel like your message is being maybe repressed, or your message is being lost in the big messages and opinions and thoughts and cultures of the world. It's a pretty smaller and smaller place. It's a big place out there, but it's becoming smaller and smaller. So one of the things that I'm a huge fan of is creating your own jobs and decentralization of our traditional medias. Our traditional medias, our radios, our TVs, our broadcast networker, you know, forced messages from a centralized location is kind of a dying idea. Nowadays, it's thousands or tens of thousands and millions of different creators creating their own topics, their own channels, their own niche communities, and getting messages out there and growing followings that want to listen to your particular topic, your particular people, your language, your niche. But if you don't know how to do that, whether it's through YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or building up these channels, building up these followings, building up your message on these different platforms, most people wish they could do it. They're watching hundreds, if not thousands, of others, and they subscribe to and they enjoy, and we're watching and consuming more and more non-traditional media, more digital media, more online, more streaming, more channels, of a variety of different opinions, and opinions that also line up with maybe the way we particularly think. There's a ton out there. There's a ton of opposing channels that don't have your opinion, that are maybe counter to your opinion. Well, guess what? We're okay with that too. The Canadian Heritage Party, or sorry, The Christian Heritage Party is all for freedom of speech. We have a particular a bend, a particular belief system. Not everybody believes in those things. Not very, not everybody believes in principles of, not stealing and not murdering and standing against corruption and pride and things like that. Not everybody's for our particular, you know, principles. That's fair enough, and you can be completely opposite of ours. The Canadian Creators Initiative. First of all, you can get me voted on. Get me voted in as a member of parliament, and I can help get this pushed across all of Canada. Get all parties involved in this because this is something that any party can run with and actually help all Canadians. We want to, so some of the details, some of the philosophy and thinking behind things is in every community that's across Canada from sea to sea to sea, from the south, from the north to the east to the west, right? We can actually create in all these communities with the mass budget that we have already doling out on traditional media. We can repurpose some of that and invest that personally into your community. Instead of a centralized message coming down from on high, how about we flip the script? How about we invest into you? How about we invest into your community and empower you, equip you up, challenge you to be a better self, have people in your community rise and raise the bar and the standards on your culture, your people group, your niche, get them to have their messages out there. That inspires you to get your message out there, and you learn and you teach one another, and you can learn, and we can teach all the techniques, all the strategies of how to get your messages out there. And in each of the local communities, we can create video studios. We can create stuff for podcasts. We can bring out cameras and equipment. We can put into place things like that I believe are very essential. As high speed internet as possible. If we have to subsidize it as a crown, corporation, we need to get that infrastructure in place. Is High speed internet is the great game changer. Not only is it unlimited education on a million different topics, there's basically almost no excuse not to learn anything outside of a few trades or something in traditional school, but you can learn almost everything on the internet. Number two is you can find people groups, and people are needing to hear from you. You have something special to share, whether it's thoughts, whether it's opinions, whether it's your current angle on current events in the news and your take on it, your opinion pieces on different articles, your reviews on different media. Um, you can create teaching classes all the way from teaching people your language to whatever. We want to flip the script and invest billions of dollars into Canadians instead of telling you a narrative. How about you tell a narrative? You tell the world, and we'll teach you how to do that. We'll put groups of people around you to help you do that. And guess what? That also can create revenue streams for you so that you can continue to grow and invest into your own message, and you grow it, and you can invest that right into your communities. If you think your community somewhere remote or somewhere is down and depressed and jobs are hard to come by, well, guess what? We want you to potentially create your own job and at the same time get your message out, and the world is waiting to hear it. So those are some of the things. We want to decentralize and reallocate billions of dollars and invest them back into Canadians, because traditional media is dying. They can reinvent themselves, and we as a government have the unique opportunity to as a kind of a central government, we can take the initiative to um, you know invest into the communities, get the infrastructure started, get the wheels going, create the systems and the education so that and empowerment so we can create these first generations of creators and influencers and teachers and commenters, and we need to hear your message, and we get you guys rolling, and it can be self-fulfilling, and these centers can then be creator initiatives, or like these centers all across in every community can be actual places of encouragement and training, so that generation after generation we can actually create more and more and more, and Canada can become a powerhouse of of a people, a powerhouse of culture, a powerhouse of language and messages and opinions and skill sets that the world wants can't it may, doesn't even necessarily know you even have. And we want to make sure that the world gets that out there, and that can become a paid, you can get paid to do that. There's a bunch of different revenue generating models out there. We can help train you and get you educated on that. So, if getting paid to share your message, to share your language, share your culture, your opinion, whether or not I like your opinion, whether or not I really don't like it. I'm never one to call things like hate speech outside of hate speech is just because you hurt my feelings and you tell me that my ideas are stupid and that they're dumb or whatever. That's not hate speech. At the same time, I fight for your right to disagree with me. I fight for your right to disagree with others, and I empower them and empower you to spread your message all across Canada, outside of inciting, targeted, call to actions to hurt somebody or to cause damage, things like that that are already illegal. Outside of those things, you can be empowered to share your message, and you may even get paid to do it, and we'll even help you do that. And we want to change your local communities. Think about that. Think about how much fun it would be to go to your local broadcast center, and you are able to broadcast something. You're able to edit. You're able to film. You're able to make record a message and get that out there, whether it's recorded and edited and polished, or maybe you do live broadcasts. That is amazing too. We want to equip you guys and do live broadcasts of your different events. We will teach you. We will set that up. We can help equip you to do that. We want to change the face of Canada and make Canada a leader in digital media, because everybody can learn digital media. It is the great equalizer. It's cost effective, and the internet that can be paired up with infrastructure, a better infrastructure and high speed internet in all our communities. Because if you don't have that, that does hurt. And as a Canadian government, we're in a unique position to do capital projects to get things initiated, and we can always convert those over later on once business models are up and running and things are profitable, or we've created a new market. Then the Canadian government can then reinvest into the next cutting edge or the next underserved market. We want to do that. So that's one of my main initiatives. It'll be one of the main ones because I just have a background in marketing and internet and YouTube and channels and helping people promote their products or services. Heck, maybe you have products and services already. You have traditional business, but you don't know how to. You don't have the equipment, time, energy, money, training, strategies to get your traditional business exposed. Well, guess what? That's what these broadcast centers can help you with too. The CHP wants to empower individuals and small groups of people and community to to dig themselves up, to empower themselves, to earn their own way. That is so amazing, right? That's one of the best ways of going about things. Teach a man how to fish as opposed to handing him out fish all the time. People can build up a sense of pride and honor, and a bunch of great feelings about creating something that they can call their own, that they can be proud of, that their community can rally around. The CHP wants to create these broadcast centers in every community, and we can get every party on board with us. But we need your support. Every Canadian. If you are a Canadian all across Canada, I welcome your support. chpkevin.ca. I need your time, energy. I could use your time, energy, money, your prayers. I could use your thoughts. I could use your ideas. If you want to support me, I will absolutely be glad to receive your support to literally help change the face of Canada. Right? So if this is of interest to you, whether or not I would sure love to win a seat and be an MP and represent Canada at our federal government. But you want to know what? We can do this grassroots regardless of a seat or not. Would love your support anyways. So if you believe in a free Canada, you believe in freedom of speech, you believe maybe our traditional media has let us down, maybe you believe our media is biased, guess what? Every media is biased. Every channel has a bias. Every author, every paper, everything. So why can't your bias be out there as well? Guess what? We're in a new generation where production and quality isn't as important as content, right? If you put out the content, people are caring about the content and the context. Not so much production value, not so much. You can grab your phones and selfie things. We can teach you things like that. We can set it that we can get you the equipment, we can get you the infrastructure into your community to train you up on that. So it's the Canadian Creators Initiative. It will be one of the main ideas I want to champion for all parties to get behind. It can be literally every single party, every single member in Canada can get behind something and invite me to different communities and invite us to change communities. One video at a time, one podcast at a time, one audio, one video, one recording, teaching. How about recordings and advertising? We'd love to teach you how to advertise your businesses better and your products and your services. Wouldn't you if you're a business owner already? And a lot of Canadians are small business owners. That's a huge chunk of our economy, and yet most business owners aren't even, they're semi-aware that the digital media is something out there, and most of them aren't even involved, and then the rest are kind of involved, and they're probably even doing it wrong, and they're way behind, and most Canadians are underserved. So let us invest into the Canadians. Let us, as the CHP party, let us initiate some of these procedures, get all the other parties on board to help all Canadians be better Canadians and to show their pride as a Canadian, to show their skills, to show their culture, to show their talents, to show their products and services, to show their communities, to show their opinions, their thoughts, their angers, their praises. If you're happy for something, get that message out there. If you're upset about something, get that message out there. So we need your initiative as well. We need your help. We need your thoughts. We need your money. So click those links down below. I would be glad to take everything in, your ideas, and just partner with you. So you're welcome. Canadians from all over Canada are welcome to be part of this new initiative, a new wave, a better way of doing things. The traditional governments are just not doing it. And then they whine and complain, and they invest billions of dollars more to tell you from a centralized position and centralized media what to do, what to say, what to think. And it's just not working anymore. That was, they've had their time. Canada deserves better. You deserve better. So a vote for CHP would be great in any riding that a CHP member is running. If you're in line with our principles, we would love to have you. You're more than welcome to contact me, and I can help you set up EDAs in your riding. Love your support. We'd love you on future elections. All of Canada would love to be able to be, we'd be better off with more ridings and a stronger party, including back in your area. And if you're not in your area and you just care about freedom, you care about the idea, you like the idea, I could use your time, energy, money as well. That goes a long way to make these things happen. And we could go through this initiative whether or not I'm a member of parliament. It sure would ruffle a few feathers and get things done a lot faster via crown corporations and via the inside. But at the same time, with your love, energy, and support, we can do this grassroots anyways. So, the Canadian Creators Initiative, love to have you on board. Get paid to do what you want, create your own jobs, spread good news, spread your grievances, spread your opinions, share it with the world, and probably even get paid to do it at the same time. Talk to you guys later. If you like that video, feel free to hit that subscribe button to catch all my other videos. And as they come out, give me a thumbs up. Much appreciated. Share the video around. And of course, check out the other websites and other links down below.